Why am I in recruitment? And why, if I was to leave recruitment, why would I come back to recruitment again? Because, first and foremost, I suppose recruitment is something which I've fallen in love with. It's one of my first businesses. Admittedly, I didn't have any experience in recruitment previously. I didn't really have much experience in sales either. My main experience was around customer service. I loved people. I loved dealing with people. Ever since I can remember, as a young boy growing up, I've always had a tendency to get on with people. I used to make people laugh. I was not quite the class comedian, but I was always somebody who other people wanted to be around because of my high energy. That's something which I've always had ever since I can remember. People would always comment on that. So when I left my job, when I started my business, I felt that I needed to do something not quite something which I'm passionate about, not necessarily, because that's what everyone tells you. Find something which you're passionate about, but it's very difficult to find something which you're passionate about, which also translates into cash and gives you money to be able to live the life which we want to live. So I wanted to do something which I can do with the current skill set which I have had at that up until that point. And I realized the thing again, it's not you don't have to be a rocket scientist to be able to work this out. You really just need to sit down and just think for yourself as to what you are capable of, not what someone else tells you, but what you think you are good at and what you are capable of. And most people, if you think about it, if you get to the point of, let's just say you're 24, 25 years of age, at that age you kind of have an idea what you're good at. You're not an expert at anything possibly, but you certainly know what you're good at. And if you can just utilize a little bit of what you're good at into a business or into your work life, you certainly will be successful in that. So I left my job and I was just wondering, what do I like? So I like people. I like to talk to people. I like to be around people. I like to communicate with people, and I've always been told I communicate pretty well with people. So I thought, with these skills, what can I do? I've looked around. I had no idea, zero idea on any businesses, but all I knew was I had these set of skills. So what can I do? Once I've looked into the business world, I realized the thing which I can utilize with this is possibly recruitment. Because with recruitment, on one hand, I'm dealing with candidates who I'm recruiting, which I can do. And on the other hand, you're dealing with clients, again with people, and you're essentially just providing a service. And if you are a genuine individual, you will be very successful in whatever you do. Now that's another conversation for another day, possibly, being genuine in whatever you want to do. But at this point, I'm just talking about the skill which I had, which is why I turned to recruitment. I found it easy. I found it very easy. It was a fish in water. That's the kind of at ease. I was with the recruitment side of the business. I got into it. I became quite successful very quickly. That's another thing which really helped, really, because if you don't find success quickly, especially when you're starting out in the business world initially, then what happens is your level of motivation drops. So I was very fortunate to be successful in what I did. That's because I worked really hard right at the beginning as well. I did a lot of research because I realized I didn't have much knowledge in the industry. So how do you get the knowledge? Research. We're very fortunate to have a lot of books. We had, we had the internet, we had YouTube. There was a lot of things I was reading up or watching in terms of videos to enhance my skill set even more than what I had. So nothing replaces your skills which you're born with. I believe we're all born with a set of skills, and then as we sort of experience life, we enhance those skills a little bit more. Then if we want to get more proficient in those skills, then you read more, find a mentor who can enhance those skills even further. So that's all I did. It sounds very simple. And in fact, when I tell other people this, they find it very, very difficult to understand this. But for me, it's a very easy set of steps to take in order to to get to where I got to. But if I was to just tell you in very quick points, think about the skills that you currently have. And then how can you utilize those skills and make money out of those skills? I always advise people not to reinvent the wheel, especially when you're first starting off in the business world. You should go with whatever's in existence because it's there. There's a proven formula. You can go out there and you can just carry on with the formula which has already been put in there. Following your passion and trying to reinvent the wheel or coming out with something completely new, I would say leave that until later on, once you've experienced the business world for half a decade or a decade or so. And then once you've made the money and you've got a lot of skills under your belt, then at that point, follow your passion. Do something that you really wanted to do. Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. Fantastic. You and I, we shouldn't try that. We should try and do something what's in existence. Would I go back into recruitment again if I lost everything? Absolutely, because for all of those reasons I've cited, recruitment for me personally comes very, very naturally. It's a very easy process because, as I've mentioned, I'm a people's person. I love dealing with people, and recruitment is all about people.